Hi and welcome to Live with Joy. Good morning, and I'm going to give it a few minutes for everybody to start to find that post and come on. But you will see as you are coming on what we're going to be working on today, and that is the glutes and the hamstrings, which I will talk about a little bit more as I start to see a little bit of a crowd come on, and I will tell you exactly what we're going to be doing today, because today is jam-packed with different exercises and different methods and different ways of hitting those quads and hamstrings today. So just give it a moment. Your equipment that you're going to need today simply is some dumbbells. Okay, you'll need dumbbells that you can use with both hands, maybe a heavier one that you're going to use with just one of those dumbbells. So if you have some of those varying weights, make sure that you have them available, something heavy and something maybe lighter. But again, we're working legs, which the leg muscles, if all your joints are good and you are comfortable with going a little bit heavier with your legs, the lower body muscles can handle a little bit more. So those quads and hamstrings, they're bigger muscles of the body, so you can handle going heavier if you'd like to. I'm probably going to go with 10s and then 115 today for the workout that we're going to be doing today. So again, we are jam-packed with exercises today and ways of hitting those quads and hamstrings. As you can see, I've labeled it fire-burning quads and hamstrings, simply because we are going to put light up a fire on those quads and hamstrings today, and you are going to feel the burn, I promise you that. So basically, we have 4 circuits today. We have all kinds of things happening, and I'm going to quickly explain them to you. We have compound movements, and we have isolating movements, which means that compound movements, we're going to be hitting the quads and the hamstrings at the same time, also recruiting some other muscles into those moves. And we're going to have isolating movements, which is going to really hone in on focusing just on the quad, just on the hamstring, really isolating those muscles specifically. We're going to have bilateral and unilateral movements. That means that both legs are going to be working at a time in 2 circuits, and then we're going to have each leg specifically working at a time in 2 circuits as well. We are going to have isometric exercises. That means that we are holding and we are just focusing on the engagement of those muscles, and we're going to have power movements that's going to bring that intensity up and add that cardio element to the workout as well. So a lot of things going on. We're basically doing 2 sets of everything, but for our first circuit and our third circuit, you're going to have 2 sets. We're working bilateral, which means both legs will be working at the same time. So you're cycling through those exercises 2 times each. Now, when we get to circuit 2 and 4, we're doing unilateral, which means 1 leg at a time. So we're really going to cycle through everything 4 times, so we hit each one of those legs for 2 sets, okay? So those are going to be a little bit longer in the circuits. All of our strength exercises today are going to be 30 seconds each, and then we have that isometric hold that we're going to do for 15 seconds, back to back with a power move that will do 15 seconds. So we will have 5 seconds of transition time or resetting in between each one of the movements, except for that isometric to that power move. There's no rest time or transition time in between those 2. We just go from the hold to the power move. So it's only 30 seconds long for those 2 back-to-back movements, so they're gonna get done quickly, but that's where you're gonna really add fire and intensity to your circuit, okay? All right, so that's the quick explanation. Now, one other thing that I want you to do is think about the engagement. Think about the muscles that we're working today. We're working the quads, front of the legs. We're working the hamstrings, back of the legs, all at the top. I want you to engage your mind to engage those muscles. So even though you may have other muscles recruiting in, especially on those compound movements, I want you to focus specifically on the muscle groups we're working today, which is the front and the back of those legs. And I want you to really engage the mind to engage and activate those muscles during every exercise. Really, really think about it, because sometimes it's not really enough just to go through the movement. When you're working specifically like this, you really have to think about the muscles that you're working and make that mind-body connection. So that's what I'm going to ask you to also do today. Really make that mind-body connection. All right, so make sure you got your dumbbells. You do want to have a mat, because we do have our final circuit on the ground, so we can hit those muscles from another angle. That's another thing we're doing, hitting those muscles from different angles and different methods today, okay? So let's get started with our warm-up, because we got a lot to do. All right, marching it out, right and left. Let's stand up nice and tall. Get those shoulders down and retract back and engage your center. Right, left, right, left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's take those legs out wide. Wide march. 2, let's go 8 more. 8, 4, 3, 2. March it back in. 8, 4, 3, 2. Let's take it wide for 8. 4, 3, 2. March it back in for 4. Let's take it wide for 4. March it back in for 4. Take it wide for 4. Hold it wide and squat it. Bend the knees and bend the elbows. Push that bottom back. Keep that chest open and sit into those heels. 4 more and we slow it up. Down 2, up 2, and 2 more. Down to up for 2, take it down. And up, 2, 3 more. Down for 2. And up 2 more times, down, and up 1 more time, down. Pick up your speed for 8. Then we alternate rear lunges or tap backs right and left and reach overhead. In 4 more, in 3 more, 2 more. Now step back right and left, reach it up and over that head. Step back right and left, big step. A tap or a step and a bend, reach it. 8 more times, keep it here. Then back to a wide squat and interlock those fingers behind that head or loosely behind the ears. In 4 more, in 3 more, 2 more. Take it wide and interlock here or here. Either way, open the chest, squeeze, and retract the back. 4 more times. 4 more, press it up. 3 more, press it up. 2 more. And last one, release. Now we're gonna start with hinges forward, straight legs, slight bend to the knees. I will go through the exercises, the next one with you as we move to it. So just focus on that one exercise first. Grab the weights you want, because we got working dumbbells in here. Think about hinging forward through the hips. Think about activating those quads and those hamstrings. So grab those weights, get those feet hip to shoulder width apart, where you want them the entire time. Shoulders down the back, engage your center. Slight bend to the knees as you slide those weights down and back up. Starting that clock right now, 30 seconds, you're on the clock now. Feet hip to shoulder width apart. Once again, try to make that mind-body connection. So this is a little bit more hamstring driven. You're gonna feel the stretch as you come down, and those hamstrings are helping to pull you back up. So nice elongation through the back of the legs as you come down. Shoulders down and back, engage that center. Once again, other muscles will be recruiting in, but we really want to focus again on the hamstrings there. Now bring the weights up, back of the weights on your shoulders, elbows up, feet still hips shoulder width apart. And now we're going into this front squat right here. So lift those elbows up in front of you and just get the back of the weights on those shoulders. Again, think about the activation in the quads and in those hamstrings. Fire them up. Sit into those heels, press and lift. Get that last one in. You're gonna take it down, and we've got alternating rear lunges. Step and pull it back in. If you need to just simply tap with that, that's fine as well. Step and bend if you can. Step and bend. Think about those quads and hamstrings being that force that really pulls you up and back to that standing position. So those are your 3 strength moves. Now we're gonna have an isometric hold and a power move right here. So set those weights down. You're doing that without. You're gonna sit into that squat, 15 seconds. And then we got a 3 pulse into a jump squat or heels to toes, or simply come up and down. So you're gonna start to feel that fire. Remember, make that mind-body connection. You're right there, you ready? Pulse, 2, 3, pop it up. 1, 2, 3, to just stand, come to the toes, or You are going to hop it up like me. This is only for 15 seconds, really putting fire in that area, and grab your weights. We're gonna cycle through those exercises one more time right here. Straight legs with a slight bend in the knees. Really get that stretch through the back of those legs. Hinge forward. Make sure you're breathing and engage that center to keep your body in a nice solid form. Hone in, again, hone in on the muscles you're working. So think about feeling it there in the back of those legs, especially on that way down for that stretch. All right, here we go. Get it up here, elbows up. Frontal squat, sit it down. Press and lift it up. You guys keep going right there. Work those frontal squats. Keep going. Keep pressing. Keep working through it. And go. Sit it down and up. Gently, slowly, again, thinking about that control. Keeping those elbows up so the weights stay in front of you. Get that last one in, bring it down, and step into those alternating lunges. Really want to get those lunges warm in this first circuit because we're going to be really engaging those lunges in the next circuit, which is all body weight and no dumbbells on that next circuit. So we're going to get rid of those dumbbells after this circuit. Step and fold. Keep that upper body tall and in good position. Weights are coming down. Step back. Sit into it as low as you can. Keep that chest lifted and think of the fire here, and that strong engagement in both. Get that mind-body connection, especially on that hold. And get set. Now we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. So these are your compound movement. Get one more in. Good. Take those weights and get them out of the way. We are now going to go into our isolating moves. So we're focusing on one leg at a time, and we're also focusing very specific in those muscle groups. All right, so changing that clock. I'm going to show you the first exercise. Hands are going to be on that hip, okay, the entire time. Get that knee up in front. It could be high, it could be low. We're extending and lengthening out, and as you do, I want you to think of that activation right through the front of that leg. So hold it, really get that tight activation, and then bend again. Right side starting, 30 seconds, and go. You're on the clock. So you got to balance as you do this. Now remember, this is more isolating. So we are specifically working this front muscle right here. So as you extend out, I want you to tighten that up as tight as you can, and then bend it back in. So really feel that muscle activate. Make that mind-body connection right there. Good, now take that leg behind you, hinge forward a little bit, and we're gonna bring that heel to your bottom, so we're working specifically in the back of that leg. So what is bringing that heel to your bottom? It's that hamstring. So that's what you're specifically working right there. Think about that engagement, flexing that foot to engage that hamstring just a little bit more. And then we're going to leave that leg behind, right here, and you're going to hold static moving lunge right here. So I want you to feel the energy right here in that quad, also the quad and hamstring on the other side. So we're recruiting that other leg back in with that compound movement. And we're moving through a static lunge now. So we're holding our position, but we're moving through it. You can make it a small bend and extend, or you can make it a bigger one, getting that knee even all the way to the floor if you can. Think about that tight activation here, strong quad and hamstring here. Good, and now you're gonna settle into a hold, as low as you can comfortably go, and then we've got a pulse 3 times, switch and pulse on the other side for that lunge. If you can power through, you're gonna hop on that switch. I'll start by stepping and switching, and then I'll show you the power move as well. Good, feel that fire, and now go. 1, 2, 3, step switch. 1, 2, 3, step switch. Or again, if you're powering up, right here. 1, 2, 3, get that power move. One more on the other side, and bring it up here. Now we're gonna go to the other leg. Balance, and extend. Now we're doing the other leg, and we're gonna cycle back and do both legs again. But now your focus is here on that isolating movement, isolating that front of that leg, that quad. Think about the activation with every extension of that leg. This is what helps to bend and extend your knee. It is the hamstrings and the quads and the hamstrings. That joint is there, but it doesn't move without the help of the quads and hamstrings. That's what makes it mobile. Hinge forward, get that leg behind you, flex that foot, bend and extend back here. So we isolate that hamstring. So now this is the move to bring your heel to your bottom. The hamstring is doing that work. On the extension, the quad is doing that work. Really make that mind and body connection right here. Breathe through it. Good, now settle into that static lunge hold and start to move through that static lunge. Front foot is flat, back foot is on that toe, and you are going down and up. You have no weight here, so you might be able to get a little bit more movement, not having that added resistance. That's what I want you to think about. And then think about and hone in on the quads, the hamstrings, quads and hamstrings back here. Doing that work to bend and extend. Then you've got that static hold on this side and that power move with your 3 pulses and switch with or without that hop. All right, let's go. Settle into your isometric hold for those 15 seconds right here. And then you're pulsing 3 times on this side before you make that switch. Keep that upper body tall. Don't fatigue into it. This is where you're going to start to feel that burn, that fire, right? That we talked about. Breathe through it. Get set and now pulse it. 1, 2, 3. Step and switch. Or 1, 2, 3. Power with that hop. Good. Get that last one in. Bring it to the front. And we're back here. Right into the extensions on the other side. So this is where you got to do 4 sets because you want to hit those isolated movements twice on each side. Breathe. Hopefully you're starting to feel those quads, a little more of that activation, a little bit more of that burn on each move. Good, finish up that last one. Hinge forward to get that leg behind you. And bring your heel to your bottom. Good, make sure that form nice and steady. My upper body is not rounded forward, rather open and engaged. So again, even though we need to focus on those specific muscles, you still have to recognize what the rest of your body is doing. Okay? You have to make sure that you're set in proper form. So take a self-check in those other areas and then pull them back in on those legs. Right here, get your static position and we're moving through it. Static lunge. So we're keeping those feet grounded, but we are adding that movement of that lunge down and up. Good, and then get ready to hold it and then power through it. All right, here we go. Start to settle into that hold wherever you can. This is where you're going to start to feel that struggle, maybe even a little bit of that shake. That's okay. That means those muscles are activated. Hang in there if you can. It's only 15 seconds and then we're powering through. Breathe. Get set to power and go. 1, 2, 3. Hop or step. Good, get that last one in, bring it up. Take that leg to the front, up higher, down low. And last and final set of all the exercises. Now working on that left side for that knee extension, which is isolating that quad muscle right here. You got it. Keep it up nice and tall. Breathe. Good. Now you're going to hinge forward. Get that leg behind you. And hamstring curl up. By bending and extending the knee. And bringing that heel towards your bottom. Good. Self-check the rest of your body. Make sure it's in good form. Reset it if you need to. Make those adjustments as needed. Awesome work, guys. Hang in there. Very focused again today on those muscles you're working. Good. Get into that static position. Start to move through it with that front foot flat, back foot on the toes or balls of the feet. Small movement is fine. If you can only go here, that's fine. Okay, if you can go down low or even tap the ground with that knee gently and press back up from there. Again, that's going to be up to you wherever you can go. Good, keep breathing, keep moving, and now we're going to settle into that hold. Go as low as you can handle that hold and start to feel that burn, that fire, and that shake in those legs, in those quads, in those hamstrings. Make sure the upper body, as you fatigue, you don't start to get all like this. Keep it open. That body wants to shift as it tires. Let's go. Pulse it. 1, 2, 3. Power through. 1, 2, 3. Only 15 seconds on those two moves because they're our kind of fine-tuning phase. Okay. Breathe. Let's get some water. And we're going back to compound movement. 2 sets, which means compound movement and also bilateral. So working both legs at the same time, working multiple muscles at the same time. Hi guys, how are you? All right, let's get ready for circuit number 3. And we're going back to our dumbbells. Now we're gonna go with 1 this time. Now we're gonna hold up here. And we're gonna start with our feet together in that chair squat. Okay, so it's gonna be here. That's our first move. As you come down, squeeze the knees together, but again, I want you to focus on what the quads and the hamstrings are doing. They're helping to bend and extend. We're just taking another position for that squat, which works the muscles a little bit different from another angle. So let's get that weight up here in front. Get those feet together, and go. Sit into it, bringing that weight towards your legs. And again, think about the energy in those quads and the hamstrings. And then on our next exercise, we're going to step the legs out wider than the shoulders for a last and final squat position. And you're going to drop that weight down and in between your legs. So think about the activation where you're at. You want to also use those inner thighs or the inside of those quads as well in order to press those knees together on this move. Good. Step it out wide, turn the toes out, bring the weight down, and right here. See if you can touch that floor with the weight and then press up from there. So I'm going to even bring it all the way down, let that weight settle on the floor for a moment, and push up from there. So I really know that I'm activating those muscles to bring me back up from that position. And I'm getting low enough to really get into those muscles as well. And I'm keeping my focus there. So you got to hinge forward to get that weight towards the floor. Good, bring it up, you're going to step it in, and now you're going to hinge forward for a single leg deadlift. Now if you need, just bring the toe on the floor, but you're still hinging and keeping that standing leg fairly straight with just a slight bend in the knee. If you can, you're extending that leg up behind you. So we did those double ones before. We're alternating single. So we're getting in each side during those 30 seconds time by alternating. Good, now that weight's gonna come down. Those feet are gonna come together and you're gonna hold right here for 15 seconds. And then we're gonna pulse, 2, 3, and explode the legs out like a jack. Keep the hands right here. It's not about the arms today, it's about what the legs are doing. Good, now from here, pulse, 2, 3, you can tap it up. Pulse, 2, 3, tap on the other side. Or pulse, 2, 3, and hop. Hop it into pulse, 2, 3, and take it out. Grab that weight, bring it up here. Get those feet and knees together for one more set of that chair squat. Squeeze the knees together so you activate the internal part of those quads. Even up through those inner thighs, we're going to engage on that one as well. So again, other muscles recruiting in, but I want you to focus on what the quads and the hamstrings are feeling. Good, getting that last one in. Stepping it wide with the toes slightly turned out. Weight is down, see if you can get that weight to the floor and press up from there. If you can't get it all the way to the floor, that's okay. You can come down slightly and press back up from there. Wherever your range is, you need to find it. Press and lift. You're going to feel it in your glutes on this one because that wider squat definitely also recruits in those glute muscles. Right here, hinge forward, toe down on that fork and knee for stability. Here, if you can manage that balance, seesawing that body so that leg comes up as you hinge forward. Strong, stable legs. We're working stability here in those quads and hamstrings as well. Stabilizing as you try to maintain your balance. And then you're getting that nice stretch through the back of the leg as well. Good, we're taking that weight down, backing up. Bring those feet together and hold right here. Think about keeping those knees locked in, holding that bend. Get your energy, think about how tight are these muscles, how tight is back here. You're holding it, and now we're pulsing. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. Step it up if popping it up is too much. Get that last one in and done. Get that weight out of the way. You're not going to need that weight, and we're going to grab our mat and take it to the floor. All right, so let me show you your first move. This is our last circuit. And again, more focus on one leg at a time. All right, so I'll lay this way. All right, so for this one, you're gonna take your right leg, interlock your fingers behind it, hold in place. Flex that foot, or you can point it if you feel too much of a stretch, okay? And you're gonna extend and lengthen up. And I want you to think about that quad. You're doing that knee extension, but from another angle. All right? So that's where you want to be. Lower down, hold right here, so you can extend and lengthen up and engage that quad right there. Get set, and go. Really isolating that quad right here. Again, with that knee extension, from another angle, a different position. Extend and lengthen. And then after this, you're going to flip it over onto all fours, okay? So you got that 5-second transition time. And just remember, we're still working the right leg. So whatever movement you're going to have, it's going to come from that right leg. Good, rotate all the way over onto all fours. Get that right leg up, knee to hip height, and hamstring curls now from the floor. And that all four position, hitting it from another angle. And then you're going to lower down on your left side for our next move. Left side, so your right leg is going to be up towards the ceiling to do the work. And you'll have 5 seconds to transition there as well. Good, think about curling in. Good, now drop it onto your left side. You can lower all the way down. We're gonna bend the bottom knee, top leg, knee comes in. Extend and lengthen. Bring it back here, bend. Bring the knee to the front, extend. It's almost like a bicycle move. Curl when you're back, bring it in, extend and lengthen here. The bigger you can make that move, the more extension you can get, the more you're gonna engage that quad and that hamstring. So you're getting that knee extension and that curl. So kind of bicycle that leg around and in. Now you're gonna rotate onto your forearms, and from here, our isometric hold is your plank. What I want you to think of here is how tight can you make those quads and hamstrings. So I want you to engage your mind to engage those muscles, and you will feel almost like you're gonna cramp it, but don't. And lower down here, watch me, this is your move. Kick, 2, 3, pop it up into that plank, squeeze those quads. 1, 2, 3 on the other side with the hips down, pop it up. Kick, 2, 3, pop it up, and finish on the other side. 2, 3, pop it up, and bring it onto your back. Hold on to that left leg, and now you're extending here. So those are all of your moves right there, okay? Starting here, you should be moving already because we only have the 5 seconds. We are on the clock. Hold that leg in position, and then remember, rotate onto all fours for that hamstring curl. So you're working to that other side now. And you're gonna have another chance on the other side. So now after this set, hopefully you're a little more familiar with it. And in your second set, you can really tap into that muscle engagement and hold right here. All fours and hamstring curls. And then this time, you're gonna take it onto your right side so that left leg is up towards the ceiling and kind of do that bicycle work. Knee extension and curl. Make sure you're not collapsing into your arms here. Rotate right here. Bring the knee in as close to the body as you can. Extend it and bring it out behind you. That's where you bend. Knee into the chest. Extend and lengthen. Bring it back behind you. Bend there. So you've got that knee extension. You've got that hamstring curl. And you make it as big of a move as you can. If it needs to be smaller, this is fine, right? Nice and small. Or can you make it bigger and get that knee closer and extend it out? So you're also working a little bit of flexibility here. Good. Rotate. And we're holding that plank. And as you do, I want you to think about the engagement, especially in those quads, the front part of those legs. This is a great position to engage those quad muscles and really tighten them up. Like that contraction and that muscle to mind connection. Lower down, kick, 2, 3, pop it up into that plank, squeeze the quads. 1, 2, 3, pop it up, squeeze the quads. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. 1, 2, 3, alternating, and lower down. We're back to the right side. So this is where, now you know exactly what to do. Let's think about that engagement. Working also flexibility, so you may notice that you can't extend fully through that leg. While doing these, it's going to help that as well. The more you work on it, the more flexibility you'll get. If you have tight hamstrings, it's going to be hard to fully extend. Get that last one in. Rotate it over. Make sure it's going to be the right leg that you're working. Knee up to hip height and hamstring curl. Make sure you're not collapsing into the arms. You gotta lift through the chest and engage the core, and then you're really not putting much pressure into those hands or wrists at all if you think about lifting. So again, remember, self-check the rest of the body, but focus in on that hamstring, which is where you're working. Good, on your left side, so your right leg is up. Bring the knee in, extend and lengthen, bring it back. Maybe you can get a bigger move after the first set here. So see how close you can bring that knee in towards your chest and how far back you can bring that leg behind you and still get that curl and still get that extension. Almost there. Good, and let's go into our isometric forearm plank hold right here as you focus again on the quads. Okay, so again, it might not be just enough to hold that plank if you're not thinking about the engagement where you want it. Today you want it, of course, in that center, but I really want you to focus on the front of those legs and how tight those are. Kick, 2, 3, pop it up, squeeze the quads. Kick, 2, 3, pop it up, squeeze those quads. 1, 2, 3, pop and lift. 1, 2, 3, lift, and now to the other side. Get that left leg in position and extend and lengthen it up. Awesome work, guys. Hang in there. You're almost there. So again today, lots of ways that we're using those quads and hamstrings. Not just in those compound moves. Of course, squats, lunges are great, but all this isolating movement is also really great, especially if the lunges and the squats are a little bit tough for you and your knee joints. So some of this isolating movement may be better for you to really engage those muscles. You're going to be laying on your right side for your left leg to do the work. Coming up. Good, on your right side. And again, see if you can make a bigger movement, get that knee closer, but still get that extension, leg further behind you. Still get that bend in that hamstring. All about that extension. It's all about that curl. 10 more seconds. Last one right here. And rotate. Get set for that forearm plank. Lift, and again, think about that engagement, especially in the front part of those legs, in those quads. Tighten them up as tight as you can. Breathe through it. Get ready to drop the hips down. Kick, 2, 3. Pop it up and squeeze the quads. Kick, 2, 3. Pop it up and squeeze those quads. 1, 2, 3. Pop it. And last one. And pop it. Good. Sit back on those heels. Get a little bit of a stretch right here. Good, right here, I want you to lay on one side, doesn't matter which one. We will take it onto the other side in a moment. From here, you're gonna see if you can grab that leg and push those hips forward as you pull that heel to the back. So don't move that knee behind you, keep it in here, but think about taking these hips and pushing them forward as you pull that heel to the back, and that's gonna give you a deeper stretch in that quad. And release. Let's rotate onto that back. Take that same leg, extend and lengthen it up. Now we're just thinking about that stretch all through here. Okay, just hold it in, keep it extended, and take that static hold. Good, lengthen it out. Keep trying to pull it in a little bit more. And release. Let's take it right onto the other side. Roll all the way down, bend the bottom leg, and then you're gonna grab the other one. Again, not trying to bring the knee behind you, keeping it stacked over here, but think about pushing the hips forward as you pull the heel into your bottom. So it's almost like you have one side pushing this way, and the other side pulling the other direction. You can even push your foot in towards your hand a little bit. And release. Take it onto your back, same leg. You're going to extend and lengthen up. Hold it in. And again, just gently start to pull it in. A little closer and closer if you can. But no bouncing, no pulsing. You're just pulling and holding. Good, and release. All right, we're gonna make our way up right here. If you have a mat that you can fold it a couple of times, and then bring your knees here. Take one knee in front, and you can just stay here, or see if you can grab that foot behind you for a moment. If you need to put a pillow under that knee, you can do so as well. We're just gonna hold it here for a moment. If it's too much to bring that foot up, just leave it here, and feel the stretch right here, okay? And then switch. Other side, and if you can, grabbing. If not, just staying here to lengthen this up. Push those hips forward. Take that hip, push it forward, whether the foot is down or up. And release. All right, we're gonna come to our feet. So on those toes, nice and easy, lengthen up. Let's feel the stretch in the back of the legs and stay there for a moment. And then from here, you're gonna gently roll yourself all the way up. And one more lengthening for the back of the leg. Bring that heel to the front and gently hinge forward and reach for them. Feeling that lengthening through the back of that leg. And then gently bring it up and switch legs. And again, slide down that leg, reach. Lengthen all through the back of that leg. And then slowly bring it up. And you are all done. Let's take 2 deep breaths in. Exhale and down. One more time in. Exhale and down. And you're all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed that fire-burning quad and hamstring workout. Tomorrow, we're going back to upper body, and it's going to be about the chest and the triceps, the back of those arms, okay? So those are the 2 muscle groups we're going to work tomorrow to round out that upper body for the week. And then we're going to hit the hips and abs at the end of the week and really get that full body workout as we get towards the end of the week. So again, we've got that specific week, so even though we're working specific muscle groups, by the end of the week as a whole, we're gonna hit the entire body. We're just really focused a little bit more specific than full body, so you can really feel the muscles that you're working. And I don't know if you've been feeling, but we had glutes on Monday. My glutes are still burning from that workout. Yesterday we had back and biceps, and I'm feeling that back from that work that we did there as well. So I'm trying to really hone in on those muscles so that you're working them. Even if you're not sore, you still tapped into those muscles a little stronger than you would in just a full body workout where we just kind of hit them real quick and then move on. So that's what we're trying to do this week, and hopefully you're getting the benefit of that. And again, make that mind-body connection to really further enhance those muscle groups that we're working this week. So thank you again for joining me. If you love this workout and you want to do it again, make sure that you save it first and foremost. And then if you want to share it with others, also share it on your page or with specific people that you know will like that workout. And you can always come back to this page, click on videos, and get all of our live videos right there and repeat those anytime that you want to. I will be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Again, we're hitting that chest and triceps tomorrow. Everybody wants those triceps, so we're gonna hit them hard tomorrow, and I will see you then. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining.